Hello, Michael here, and I just wanted to do a quick review of, well, not so much a quick review, but another one of my unedited reviews of this, the HTC Desire 530. Now, personally, I'm a Windows Phone user. My daily driver is the Microsoft Lumia 950 XL because I don't use apps very often, and it provides me a very, very strong camera, which I do use it a lot for the price range, along with a great battery life and a great set of usability features. Okay, I'm much more for practicality than gimmicky edge screens, and I like having a headphone jack, and I don't want to spend more than 400 quid on a phone if I can help it. But I was told that I needed to get a phone that relied on another operating system by my university. So I did, and I went and took a look, and there's a lot of phones you can get for around 100 quid on Android and so on, and the one I went for was one that seemed to be the best for hardware, which was this, the HTC Desire 530. Now, to run a quick run through specs with you very quickly, it's using, I've got a spec up with me, sorry about this, so I don't have to edit anything in. Qualcomm Snapdragon 210 quad-core processor at 1.1 GHz. It's running on 2G and 2.5G networks. Yep. The screen is, I do apologise for this, 5-inch Full HD 720p, 1280 by 720 pixels with a resolution of 294 ppi. As I say, HTC's website is very detailed for specs, but they don't seem to have much logic in how they've done it. Memory is 16 gigs of storage and 1.5 gigs of RAM with microSD support that's up to 2 terabytes. Okay. Connectivity, NFC, Wi-Fi 802.11 BGN at 2.4 gigahertz. It's got a audio jack, and the charging is micro USB. It's got an 8 megapixel autofocus camera on the back with an aperture of 2.4 and 34mm focal length with HDR panorama, but it's a bit of a bad camera to be honest with you. And a 5 megapixel camera with 2.8 aperture, no, f/2.8 aperture, 34mm focal length as well. It's also using it's got nano SIMs, it's got GPS, your usual sensors, ambient light, proximity, motion G. It's got HTC boom sound for headsets, which is nice to get. Its battery is 2200 mAh. It is not removable, and the back's not removable neither. And that's about it, really. I mean, it's got a few features, but not really anything to note. But you'd expect that. And it weighs 140 grams with a size of 146.9 by 70.9 by 8.3 millimeters. Okay, sounds all good, doesn't it? How much did I spend on this? 100 quid. Now, that was $89.99 for the phone, and then tenner top up as I bought it on pay-as-you-go from O2 here in the UK. That's really not bad at all, considering what's here. I'm getting a full HD display on here, which is at 5 inches. I'm actually getting a very, very solid build quality, and overall there's just very, very few compromises. I mean, the main compromises I found with this phone are the cameras and the aesthetic on the back, if you can have a look. I mean, it's just got a kind of star effect, and it's a dark, deep blue colour. And the power button as well looks very cheap. But ignoring that, it's a surprisingly capable phone for someone that's used to running my Lumia 950 XL, which has an octa-core Snapdragon 810 processor, 4G networking, a 3340 mAh removable battery, and Windows 10 Mobile, which doesn't slow down over time, unlike Android if you're not careful with it. Okay, not to mention USB-C charging on my other phone. So how does it run? Well, surprisingly well. 16 gigs of built-in storage isn't bad to have on a phone like this. And you can see the screen there. isn't at all bad. Like I said, it's running on HTC's and it's a HTC. It's got good sound, forward facing. So with the 720p display as well, it's actually really good at the price. So if I just turn on Wi-Fi, bring up a YouTube video. As an example, I'll bring up one of my other YouTube videos. There we go, YouTube's app's loaded. As I say, I'm not expecting blistering speed from this, but come on, people. It's 100 quid. What do you expect to get for 100 quid? Well, not a 2200, I don't know about you guys, but for me, not a 2200 mAh battery and a quad-core processor. And a 720p display. Okay, all in all, that's not bad, considering I have my little brother and my stepdad using Samsung A13s. It's costing them £19 a month. Yes, I know it's expensive, but it's free. Okay, and these Samsungs are quad-core processor machines. My apologies. Are quad-core processor machines with nothing more than quarter HD resolution screens on them. They're not really good at all. So personally, I would not spend that much on them, and I don't know how they are. So just so you know, I am not a great lover of Samsung neither. Okay, don't take this too far. This is my personal view, obviously, but Samsung phones, just because they're mainstream, doesn't mean they're the best. Okay, now to try things that are more difficult to come across and find. You know, it's difficult to be able to say that something is the best it's going to be. And sorry about how long this bit's taken, but turning on the Wi-Fi just gave me a barrage of notifications. So, let's go to Yakko's World Song from memory. I know most of my videos aren't the highest quality anyway, so it should be fairly easy. Right, I am going to sing Yakko's World. This is a song from the cartoon. You see, it's good for 100 quid. Right, I apologise for these technical difficulties. It's typical that they happen now, you know how it is. Okay. It's time to get full screen, shall we? Right, I am going to sing Yakko's World. Why is the YouTube app not... Right, there we go. A song from the cartoon Animaniacs, episode 2, season 1, where Yakko goes through every single country in the world at the time, which is 1991. Okay. Now, I'm going to have the karaoke version. Now, it's a bright screen. Okay. I have noticed that some reviewers say it's drab. Well, I'm sorry, but I must ask them exactly what it is they're comparing them to. Because if they're comparing this to a Samsung Galaxy or an iPhone, oh yeah, temper your expectations. Okay, there's a lot of us that can't afford to spend that much money or don't want to spend that much money on a phone, especially if we're not into that particular type of phone or company behind it. In which case, if we need something like this for this type of thing, just for the particular one app, or if we, you know, not kitted out with hundreds and hundreds of quid to spend on a communications device for a few extra games and gimmicks. It's a competent phone. It's 100 quid. It's HD, well built. Okay, you can't really go wrong. It's running Android. Okay, I don't like Android, but a lot of people do. Okay, and if you're willing to ignore this stupid back aesthetic on it, it can do a lot of what you'd expect it to do. Okay. As I say, as well as that, you don't really want to get this if you want to have something that you can take lots of photo and video on. Okay, I know it says it'll do good video, but in reality that's one of its only poor points for me. So thank you for watching. Okay, yep, I hope you like this video. Hope you find it interesting. Okay, and yeah, if you're looking for a phone on a budget, this is a surprisingly good phone. A lot of the other phones at this price give up a lot more, not just camera but battery, and this has got a pretty good battery on board, good connectivity, and the performance is not as fast as a octa-core Snapdragon 835. I think that's stupid, but it costs a darn sight more than a phone that has that kind of thing on it. So don't instantly decide to say that this is not going to do the job, because it will, if you have not got a massive budget. Okay, that's it. If you can find it, I'm pretty sure you can still get hold of it, but I had some difficulty as it was out of stock in most shops. But if that's the case, you can always look online or get one second hand from somewhere like a CEX. So that's that. That's the HTC Desire 530 smartphone. Okay, and I really hope this has helped you to find this. This has helped you, because I say it's probably one of the most compelling real budget smartphones I've seen in a long time, other than some of the Windows ones, because some of the Windows 10 and Windows 8 Mobile were very, very cheap for what you were getting, but a lot of them have been stopped. The manufacturer of them stopped, or you may not want Windows Phone. This is a great Android alternative, and it's a very cheap one. Michael, thank you for watching, and yeah, I mean, if you want to see more, please just give this video a thumbs up, or if you have criticism, don't just put a thumbs down, please leave a comment and give me some kind of criticism, and don't put something negative for the sake of negative. Okay, I'll ignore trolls and just remove the comments if need be, especially if they're, you know, full of profanity. But if you have constructive criticism, please say it. I don't know what the quality of this video is going to end up like, but it's fairly late, and I've tried to situate the light as well as possible compared to the last video I did, and yeah, leave some comments. If you have one of if you have a HTC Desire 530, leave some comments as well, maybe, of what your experiences are with them. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, hope to see you again soon. Thank you all.